The Water is a short story written by the most acclaimed Nigerian writer, Chinua Achebe. This story deals with the post-colonial and modern Africa struggling to cope with the new political order. The author shows how newly introduced electoral system works in a village. Also under focus is how the young protagonist in the story looks at this new opportunity like many stakeholders from his village. Before we go any further, let us know more about Chinua Achebe. Born in Ogide, Nigeria on the 16th of November 1930, Achebe's childhood was influenced by both Igbo traditional culture and post-colonial Christianity. He was a brilliant student at school. His works mainly shed light on the clash of Western and traditional African values. His stories have the rich ingredients of folk tales, proverbs, and oratory. His famous works are Things Fall Apart, No Longer at Ease, Arrow of God, etc. Coming back to the story, it is centered on Rufus Okeke, Roof for short. He was a popular youngster in the village of Umofia. He had chosen to return from Port Harcourt to his village and people. Although with his 2 years of experience as a bicycle repairer's apprentice, he could have easily found work in the towns. Looking at the political scene of the village, Umofia stood behind the People's Alliance Party. Marcus Ibe, who represented the party, was Minister of Culture in the outgoing government. He came from Umofia. It was time for the new elections, and Roof was in the service of the Honorable Minister, Marcus Ibe. He was a real expert in election campaigning. Roof could read very well the mood and temper of the people. He had sensed a growing change in the thinking of Umofia. In the last 5 years, the villagers had visibly noticed how politics brought wealth, titles, degrees, and honors to the man in power, Marcus Ibe. They were apparently not prepared to vote for free this time. It was all evident that Marcus Ibe, who was just a mission school teacher before politics made its entry to Umofia, had become chief, the honorable, and a rich man. However, he remained devoted to his people. Though the villagers spoke high of Marcus Ibe's phenomenal rise, they reminded themselves of the power of the ballot paper. Marcus Ibe was prepared anyway. He had drawn 5 months' salary in advance for the purpose. He made speeches in the day, and at night his stalwarts conducted their whispering campaign. Roof was the most trusted among these campaigners. Interestingly enough, Roof spoke to a group of elders in the house of Ogbefi Ezenwa quite eloquently on his campaign. He made an initial offer of 2 shillings, but Ezenwa rejected that offer, terming it to be shameful. He says, "But today is our day. We have climbed the Iroko tree today, and would be foolish not to take down all the firewood we need." After a while of negotiations, Roof finally agreed to pay 2 more shillings to make it an offer of 4 shillings for each oat. The elders were happy with this deal. The story now shifts to the new political party on the horizon, POP, the Progressive Organization Party. It was obviously PAP slated to win back to power without doubts, though the new party wanted to make an impact at least this time through money, so it provided cars and loudspeakers to a few local rascals and thugs to go around and make a lot of noise. The last night before the election day, Roof receives a strange visit from the leader of the POP campaign team. He made a £5 offer for his vote for Maduka, the leader of POP. Roof was hesitant initially, but accepted the offer at the end. Moreover, he was asked to swear on the fearsome Iwai from Mbanta that he would vote for Maduka. The fear did not deter him to make his quick decision. He thought his own vote would not make any difference. The most important part of the story draws near. The election morning. The mood was upbeat. There were weather-beaten posters with their message everywhere. Chief, the Honorable Marcus Ibe, had hired a high life band from Umuru. Many villagers danced to the music. Roof and the other organizers were giving last-minute advice to the voters to vote for their party. When the first rush of voters was over, Marcus asked his campaign boys to go one at a time and vote. He told Roof to go first. Understandably, Roof's spirits fell. He did not want to show off his deflated emotions. As he entered the room, he was welcomed by the two boxes, one with the PAP symbol, the motor car, and the other POP symbol, the human head. He was in a fix for a moment, but a lightning thought went into Roof's mind. He took out his ballot paper from his pocket, folded it, tore it in two along the crease, and put one half in each box. He ensured that he put the first half into Maduka's box and confirming the action, "I vote for Maduka." Here, at this point, the story ends, quite obviously, without any description of further course of the election and its results. The story takes us to this point of action, which makes us understand on our own the malpractices associated with the electoral process. There are instances in the story where we can see how people like Marcus Ibe and Maduka manipulate the innocent villagers. Chinua Achebe, through this story, presents how Africa suffered even in the post-colonial era under the new system of governance. He voices his concern over the changing attitude of modern Africa. And this ends my explanation. Thank you for listening. Do encourage by subscribing to my channel. I hope you find my videos worth watching and listening to my explanation. Thank you very much.